You may have heard the term impressions used to describe the success of a media campaign. But what is an impression, and is measuring impressions a good representation of how many people you reach with a piece of content? This week I'm exploring this metric and letting you know that impressions, as impressive as they may sound, are pretty much irrelevant in the social landscape. Hi there, my name is Tara and this is Truly Social. The Interactive Advertising Bureau, or IAB, defines an impression as a measurement of responses from a web server to a page request from the user browser, which is filtered from robotic activity and error codes and is recorded at a point as close as possible to opportunity to see the page by the user. Whew. That's some definition. In layman's terms, an impression is the count of the potential number of people who could see your piece of content, whether it's an ad or a tweet or the like. The key term here is potential, not actual but potential. The idea of measuring impressions is legacy from a pre-web mindset. In public relations, the term is used across many forms of media, from magazine to television and beyond. If the circulation of a given magazine is 30,000 people, the mention of your brand in that magazine will count for 30,000 impressions, no matter whether everyone read the article your brand was in or not. The IAB has been working on updating the definition of impressions from served impression, as previously defined, to viewable impressions, which only slightly improves the accuracy of the metric, but still doesn't take into account that people often ignore ads and other branded content. So then why do brands and agencies cling so hard to this irrelevant number? My theory is that it's because A, it's the devil they know. Capturing eyeballs has been promoted as a good branding practice since the beginning of the web. And B, big numbers are sexy, and impressions, well, they beat all other metrics out for those big numbers. These metrics are further symptoms of the inability to understand social and its potential impact. They are definitely legacies of the advertising industrial complex. Even when thinking in terms of brand awareness, you should be thinking in terms of building relationships. If you want volume, those relationships should focus on the tastemakers who influence your audience. So what should we be measuring instead then? I don't know if there's a proper replacement for impressions when it comes to metrics that matter. We need to completely rethink how we measure our efforts and customize that measurement to our desired outcomes, building our goals into the strategy. But I do think the more interesting metrics when it comes to social is around the why, not the what. And that we can't think of one tactic like an ad or a hashtag on Instagram as uniquely measurable. You don't build brand awareness through a campaign nowadays. You build it person by person, relationship by relationship. So no. Impressions don't really matter. They may make you feel good if that's your metric of success, but they won't tell you much of anything about your impact on real human beings. My name is Tara, and this has been Truly Social.